Welcome to Ascending Grades. Tonight presenting the Kenya High Alliance and the LENANA, that is color, July examination paper, trial examination paper, paper 2, section 1. Let me upload the paper. The paper is here with us. So this is the paper, and therefore invite a friend to our platform. Ensure you keep, also ensure subscribing and inviting others to the platform. Thank you. So now, this is the paper, physics paper 2. All the instructions are there, but we are going to deal with the section 1. We're going to deal with section 1. And we'll have the first question. A shadow refers to a dark area or shape produced by a body coming between rays of light and a surface. State one factor that influence the nature of the shadow opened. Just a moment. Now we can kick off. So this is part testing the formation of shadows, and this one is in Form 1. And then you need to understand that the distance of the object from the source of light matters a lot. The distance of the, or we can say the distance between the object and the source of the light. That is a key factor to the same. We have an application question. Question 2. The graph in the figure was obtained during a magnetization experiment using single stroking method. You can see the graph the way it is. You can see we have on the x-axis, we have the number of strokes. On the y-axis, we have the magnetic field. In this case, you need to interpret this question with a lot of care, because there is a certain part that is just being tested, not only from the stroking method, but a greater idea. Because if you look at the graph, there is a part which is flattening. This part is flattening. So it's like the moment you magnetize an object, it will come to a time when you cannot magnetize it further. then there is always a reason behind the same. So it was observed that an increase in the number of strokes increases the magnetic strength up to a certain point where magnetic strength remained constant. So some part of the question is fully explaining about the graph. So you may, using the domain theory, give a reason why the magnetic strength remain constant after some time. So in this case, we are keen to use the domain theory. So we understand that the moment during magnetization, a magnet becomes saturated, it cannot acquire further strength of magnetism. Therefore, you can say that the strength of the magnets remained constant when all the dipoles in the domain align in the same direction. So if all of them align in the same direction, then we say the magnetism has come to a saturation point. So the magnets become saturated. Becomes saturated. So maybe you have not seen it clearly. Let me push it slowly so that maybe the part that I had not written, you can see it clearly. So beside question 3, beside temperature, humidity, name one other factor that affects the speed of sound in air. So we are having a certain section which is very key because we are talking of in air. So the medium here is very categorical. We are talking of air. So you need to be very careful as you launch your factors because when it comes to liquid and gaseous, and in solid form, we may not have common parameters or factors. Therefore, this one we'll have to say the one that is remaining is the wind direction. You must also be knowing how does wind direction affect the speed of sound. So if sound is moving in the same direction as the wind, then we expect its speed to be increased. On watch, that is question 4, noticed a small chain hanging from the chassis of a petrol tanker shown in the figure below. He kept wondering its function could be. So here comes the diagram of the lorry. We have some magnification to show the chain, which is here. That is why we are being told that this is now the chain. So a student at Color High School explained the function of the chain. So this becomes an application in electrostatics 1, where you need to keep discharging electrons because the moment you are carrying petroleum products in motion, they will cause some extra charges and which may cause explosion. So for them not to accumulate, they need to be discharged. Therefore, This one we can say the chain acts as the chain acts as earthing. So what is the function of earthing? This time it is used to discharge, or you can say discharging excess charges created by created by created by friction of the shaking petroleum products. While the truck is in motion.